Monitor everything. Trying to keep the jargon to a minimum and explain acronyms. So sorry if it comes across as patronizing. The company in question are early on in their IT security maturity. They're taking steps and making progress. But it's still early days. To help speed this along, they got someone who claims to be a security expert and known from here on as Boss. Boss has an entry-level security qualification but talks about it if it's a doctorate awarded by Hogwarts School for Hacking and Wizardry or something. Boss has suggested that I get a bit more experience and then maybe go for it. It's an arduous course. My lowest level qualification is generally accepted in the community to be attempted roughly after about 5 years experience beyond this aforementioned, arduous qualification. I'm a red team guy, which means my job is to simulate attacks in order to test the company's security. It's where I have experience and qualifications and what I know. Blue team, the defenders, is not my strong suit, but I have a relatively good knowledge of their role for someone who doesn't do it because I need to know how not to alert them when I'm doing my job. For this scenario though, I was tasked with helping set up the Security Operations Center, SOC, and provide alerting. We get the systems set up and ready, and it comes time to set up alerts. In a meeting with Boss, I asked for a honeypot account to be created so that we could monitor it for Kerberosting, a kind of attack which abuses a legitimate service to move laterally around the network. Conversation roughly as follows. Boss, you don't need that. Just monitor for Kerberosting. Me, that's how we would do it. Create an account with an unused SPN and monitor for a Kerberos ticket being requested for that. Boss, don't need it. Monitor all accounts. Me, but there would be. Boss, cutting me off. All accounts. We need to monitor everything. Me, you're the boss. Part of the original request was to set up alerting to email a huge group of people when an alert was created. I decided to ignore that part of the request for testing and just email the boss. I set up an email alert for every Kerberos event and turned it on for 2 minutes. Shortly after I had this interaction, Boss, I've just had a load of email alerts come in. Me, about 1,500? Boss, I guess. My inbox is flooded. Me, well, it's alerting. With a shrugging emoji. The alerts are now only generated for Kerberos events on a honeypot account. I guess this wasn't covered in his course. Hey boss, what color do you want the database to be? Accidentally drops USB flash drives in the comments. Boss has an entry-level security qualification. I gotta know. Sec Plus? Hey boss, here's that wax you wanted to make the modem go faster. Tales from tech support would be amused too. Smiley face. I've been in InfoSec research for 25 years. I recently ran into this. A sub-30 guy who inflated resume to get a management job who could not tell you the difference between UDP and TCP. You might not think this is a big deal until he demands to manually review every firewall rule. I left. Not an IT person. Is this why the honeypot account is needed? Ordinary accounts have users. Users will use their account as part of their job. Monitors looking for activity on ordinary accounts will trip when the user does their job. Legitimate activity will make up the vast majority of activity on the account. There is no user on a honeypot account, so nobody will be using it as a legitimate part of their job. Because of this, any activity on the account means someone's up to no good. So monitor will not generate false alarms. Of all things, Hogwarts School for Hacking reminds me of a saga of the IT guy there. HTTPS. The setupwizard.tumblr.com/tagged/setupwizard/chrono/. That whole thing reminds me of this. Oh god. This guy reminds me of RAM everything then. Even the gigabytes. Only somehow worse because he is allegedly a trained professional. What is the next step beyond a doctorate in Hogwarts hacking and wizardry? The boss should consider it. Say, night school at the local elementary school for the next level in IT security. I actually love reading all the comments and feeling left out tbh. It's like acutely realizing there's loads and loads of people working in an area I know nothing about. Yes, I know that's like most of the rest of the world obviously, but I don't get to think about that in my daily life, and reading all this jargon paints a really vivid picture of massive ecosystems of knowledge out there that heaps of people are fluently navigating whilst I'm just like, I have a computer. Position equals knowledge in his mind. I guess he learned something. I'm dying over here. I always love it when karma gets even.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Aircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.